Hi there, hello to the Soul Butterfly. It's Christine, and today I want to do something a little bit different. I want to talk about something, a topic which we all know and we all are affected by it, the topic of control. What do I mean with control? We always think we can manage everything. We can go after our luck, we can go after our partner, we can go after love, we can go after the job. But today I want to talk about the spiritual, metaphysical fact that we have no control whatsoever. We have a German saying, it's called Du bist deines Glückes Schmied, which means you are the creator of your luck. And that's what's promoted and what's taught from school on, that you have to go after your dream and you have to go after the love of your life. And even the great motivational speakers, they all say you have to sweat, you have to run for it, and you have to work hard. And if it's not working, then you have to go even harder and you have to sweat more. And I'm here to tell you, nope, nope, and nope. A fact that if things are not meant to be, they just won't happen. But how do we know that things are not meant to be? Do we get signs? Do we see it? Fact is, there are simple signs. The universe tells us signs by situations like if you are going for a job or you want to go back to work, for example, and you don't want to set up your own business, but you want to go for a job. You say, you know, it's security and I need that. And you apply to jobs which are absolutely made for your skills and for your for yourself, which you are convinced that has to work. That's me in this description. But it simply doesn't work. Or you go after love. We all try that. We go on dating sites. We go out for to parties. Even if you don't feel like it, we still go to parties and meet people. Even tell a friend, "Don't you have a good friend you could introduce to me?" We do everything we can because we are convinced that we have the power and we can manage things. And it doesn't work. Nope. What does that mean? You don't get the job, you don't get one of these million jobs you apply and you're convinced that would be the job for you. The universe shows you, nope, it's not meant to be. You can try as hard as you want. You are meant to set up your own business. Fear or not, you're meant to be. Or you go after love. If it's not meant to be in a relationship or at that time or in general, you can go as many parties as you want. It won't happen. Or you might have a fling here and there, but painful breakups which get worse with every relationship you go in. Or it just doesn't happen at all because it's just not meant to be. There is something like a divine timing, a divine plan. That's what I'm convinced about. For example, if you look at an astrological chart. An astrological chart is a life plan written down. I'm not an astrologer, but I have dealt with astrology all my life. I was fascinated by it. But it was not meant to be for me to pursue the career of an astrologer, which I tried, you can believe me, but it was not meant to be. So if you're very confused, if you're stuck, things just don't work, you just sit down and be quiet and listen. There is always a conversation going on. Silent, the more you practice, more dominant. There's always a little voice telling you, stop, it's not the way to go there. It's not the way. Have a look on the other side. And the more we practice, the more we get in tune, because that's what it's all about. It's all about connecting to the universe. And it's always there. there's also this 5-second rule. And this 5-second rule is if you enter a room or enter a relationship or start a new job, any kind of circumstance, the first 5 seconds are the right sense. You know, when we enter something new and we just have the first feeling, like we rent a new house, we go in, nah, that's not it, that's not it. And then they say, oh, you know what, it's a great house and it's cheap. Okay, I'll go for it. I can tell you 100%, sooner or later, sometimes later, very later, this first feeling you had, the first 5 seconds entering this house or situation, it will come true. I can tell you a small example. Years ago, I lived in the country here in Ireland, and I was looking for a house, and I saw a fantastic house. I had a look at it, and I remember the first feeling which came up when I drove in this small estate. The feeling told me, nah, that's not your estate. You'll be lonely there. They won't talk to you, or there will be not much communication, and the house is lovely, it's just too big. That was the first feeling. So I declined, but in these times we had no housing crisis and a lot of houses available, and the landlord chased me then. He said, you know, it's a great house and I'll make you a special price and it's a beautiful estate. You know, there are all settled people there. It's fantastic. And I listened and listened back and forth, the emails, and in the end, I let myself convince and say, okay, I'm going to try it. And I can tell you, these 4 years living in this house were the loneliest and most awful years. And not awful, like unhappy years. And I moved later on. It came true. And that's always the case. So you can try and you can choose and you can fight for things. If it does not happen, it's just not meant to be. We are not in control. Life is all about destroying the ego. Don't ever be more smarter than the universe. That's another saying. So I just wanted to make a little bit of a talk. And by the way, about these feelings of being stuck and confused, this is what my readings are about. Like, it's practice to have this connection. But if people are coming to me because they have been to readers or they had tried the whole life and it just doesn't work, and then they come to me with a question, why the heck does that not happen? What's wrong? Like, of course I can tell you how things will evolve, but the main thing for me is to sit down with people I work with and investigate what the universe wants to tell you. So I hope it made a little bit of sense. Comment below, there's no problem. I would like to hear your opinion about that. And let's get into communication as well. And watch out for more videos. And it was lovely to talk to you. And I wish you a lovely Monday.